Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, depending on where you are watching this video from. In this particular video, I'm going to be telling you guys some of the basic things you need to know about your rabbit babies. You need to know these things so that you don't make any mistake about your rabbit babies. Right from when they are born to when you separate them, I'm going to be telling you guys all the things you need to know about these rabbit babies. The basic things you need to know about these rabbit babies, so that you will not lose any of them, and so that you know the right things to do, the step-by-step things to do if you get baby rabbits in your farm. So if this is your first time coming across our channel, here in this channel we teach you how to become a successful rabbit farmer, a successful rabbit breeder, and also a pet owner. We also do videos on other livestock farming extensively. So one of the few things I want to talk about is, at what age do baby rabbits open their eye? You guys know that rabbits do give birth to their babies blind, like their babies' eye are always closed when they are born. So at what age do the babies actually open their eyes? So the baby opens their eyes from the 8th day to day 10, 8 to 12 days, but mostly at day 10 they open their eyes. So 8 to 12 days the rabbit babies do open their eye. So if your rabbit give birth and you see the rabbit, maybe the eye is blind, don't worry about that. Before 8 to 12 days, their eye are going to be open and they are going to start seeing. So at what age do baby rabbits start eating? When it comes to baby rabbits start eating, once they start jumping out of the nesting box, they will start eating on the food that you feed their mother. If their mother are eating leaf, they will start eating the leaf too. If their mother is eating feed, they will start eating the feed too. So that's why you need to feed their mother what will not harm them, because anytime from 3 weeks they can start jumping, even from 2 weeks they can start jumping out of the nesting box and start eating, picking little leaves, picking little feed. So you should feed them their mother what is not going to be harmful to her babies, in case they tend to eat this particular feed that you fed their mother. What medication should you give baby rabbits if they are born? So when baby rabbits are born, you should not give them any medication till when they are like 3 weeks old. So when they are like 3 weeks old, I prefer giving them the anti-coccidiosis and the multivitamin. The reason why I give them the anti-coccidiosis is, you know, these rabbit babies, they are just born, like most time they try to switch from breast milk to start eating feed at that 3 weeks. So I give them this anti-coccidiosis to keep their stomach in the right form, so that their stomach will be strong enough to take these leaves. If not, if you give them these leaves or you give them feed and the drastic change from milk to feed or from milk to leaf is there, they might tend to have diarrhea, and this diarrhea might kill them because their stomach is not really strong, and you know these little babies are very fragile. So I give them the anti-coccidiosis to help them not get diarrhea or coccidiosis. Then I give them the multivitamin to help them eat very well. As that aspect where they have started eating, I need them to eat very well so that they will grow faster before they get to the time I'm going to wean them. So at what age should baby rabbits be separated from their mother? So a lot of rabbit farmers do have their own ways. Some rabbit farmers say 1 month, some rabbit farmers say 2 months. But for me, I do 6 weeks. If you are someone doing commercial, like you are in a hurry to breed your rabbit, 1 month is great. But I would prefer you leave the rabbit to 6 weeks, so that these baby rabbits will be big enough and start eating very well, and they are able to stay on their own at that 6 weeks, so that when you separate them, you won't have any mortalities. Because if you separate them too early, you might tend to have mortalities, especially at that 1 month old. They might not even start eating very well, and you just separate them from their mother. Most of them might get sick and you end up losing them. So it's better you do 6 weeks, allow this baby rabbit to stay with their mother for 6 weeks, suck the breast milk, eat some food, and be able to eat this food very well at that period of 1 week to 6 weeks. Then you can now separate them and put them on their own. Then you can give the mother 1 more week before bringing it high again. So what should baby rabbit be eating after separating them from their mother? So for me, I will advise you to feed your baby rabbits for the first 2 months. You should feed them purely feed if you are a beginner, if you don't know the right leaves to give, because a lot of leaves do cause issues, especially for little baby rabbits, like the wet leaves that are not really healthy for them, all those kind of leaves like that might cause a lot of issues for your baby rabbits. So I'd advise you, if you separate your baby rabbits, give them feed for the first 2 months before you start introducing leaf bit by bit. You can give them feed, then give them hay. hay, that is dry leaf. This will help them keep them in a healthy form so that you will not have much mortalities if you are a beginner. But if you are someone that have been doing rabbit farming for quite some time, then you should know the right leaves to give to them that won't cause issues to them. Yes, so when you separate them from their mother, they can take feed, your formulated feed or your pelletized feed, then they take hay. That is my own advice. But a lot of rabbit farmers do have their own ways. Most times you can separate them and still give them leaf, nothing happens. But if you are a beginner, you don't want to take much risks. If you have the money to purchase the feed, then just purchase it, because it keeps you in a safer position than someone who is using leaves. Because leaves, oh man, you might have a lot of mortalities using leaves to feed your rabbits, especially the babies. So when you want to separate the baby rabbits from their mother, should the male and the female be together? Okay, let's take for instance your mother rabbit gives birth to 6 babies, 3 male and 3 female. When you want to separate them, should all these 6 rabbits be in one cage? Yes, these 6 rabbits can be in one cage. All these 6 rabbits can be in one cage. But as they are in one cage like that and they are growing up, before they are up to 3 months old, you should be able to separate them and put them in their individual cages. Each one of them should be in one cage. As you guys know, if the males, like if the male rabbits are like maybe the 3 months old, if they are like if the 3 months old are males, then you put them in one cage, they might tend to fight. Or if they are females, they might tend to also fight. So you don't want them to fight, and you also want them to grow in the right pace. So if you separate them and they are in individual cages, they do grow faster than when they are together. So it's better you keep them individual cages. Like if you have space, one cage should be for one cage for one rabbit. When one they are up to 3 months, that helps them to grow way faster than if they are together. And also if you keep them together, maybe that's 6 together, the males and the female, when once they are up to 3 months old, they might start breeding each other, and you don't want that to happen because they are siblings. You might tend to have inbreeding. And also early birth, like your rabbit giving birth too early, you might not even know when the rabbit took in. You'll just come one day and notice that she has some babies in the floor of the cage and all of those kind of things. So you don't really want any of those kind of things to happen. So it's better when once they get to 3 months old, you separate them from each other, put them in individual cages. Or if you don't have much cages to make sure they are one each, it's better you put the male in one cage and put the female in a different cage so that they don't breed. It's better that way than to just keep all of them together. So I hope you guys have learned something from this video. If you did learn something, please do well to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell so that when I post another video on rabbit farming, you will get notified by YouTube. Thank you once again, guys. Do have a nice day. Until next time, as I always say, peace.